For me, it was the internationality and the easy access to laboratory space. So I studied biochemistry and cell biology here, and back in the day, I was also looking at other state universities in Germany and internationally. In state universities in Germany, you couldn't get ready access to laboratory space, and classes were usually overfilled. That was not the case here. We had access to high-end last generation, like next generation laboratory equipment. And the other thing that really interested me is the international environment. So I was also looking to the UK and to the US to study. And what really interested me about back then International University Bremen was the English-speaking nature of all the courses, of all the content, and then the international student body that was just developing. It wasn't necessarily the studies, it was the connections that you made on campus and the surprising learning. So I would say when I graduated from high school and went to university, I was expecting an education, I was expecting learning something in biochemistry, I was expecting getting ready for the next chapter of my life. I was not necessarily expecting the level of friendships that I made across the globe. From all walks of life, blue collar, white collar, real anything was available, and really the interhuman connections that I made on campus. So I would say that was actually the most surprising, most fascinating, and most rewarding experience, because at the end, it's all about people. There was so much opportunity back then. So I started here in 2004, which was literally when just the first year had graduated. So a lot of small things had started, but nothing was really institutionalized yet and put fully into tradition. So there was a lot of opportunity to play and experiment and to try new flavors of things. So two types of events that really also stuck with me was our involvement in Model United Nations and in international debating tournaments. And both of these are, yes, around making connections, about understanding topics of the world, but really also about the art of arguing, the art of conversation, the art of debate, which is so critical for anything that I do now at work. And I would say both the ability to converse and argue with people from all walks of life, from all different countries, as well as just the skill of debate itself, really helped me in my current job context. And internationality is never going to go away. Globalization is where we are in. And that ability of understanding and working with different understandings, let's say of time, right? If I said on time from a German perspective, I mean I'm like 2 minutes early. If folks from an Indian perspective said they are on time, they meant like 30 minutes after the time I told them, and folks from Italy were somewhere in between, and Romanians and Bulgarians had another interpretation of that, and all of that somehow came together. And how do we work through that? That's a skill that I definitely learned here. When I started out, I was in the science space, and the science space, I would say, is very eye-focused. You are asked to drive and develop research. Yes, at some point you build a research group, but a lot is about the individual network and the individual responsibilities and the individual creativity, which is fun and rewarding. But in my experience, and especially my experience here at Constructor University, you get much better results if you get the group mind around it, and if you inspire more folks than just yourself, and especially the people with different experiences than yours, to find a solution to a problem. And so what's most rewarding in my career is actually the role that I have right now, where I lead a horizontal team, meaning we don't have one particular area that we're responsible for, but we're responsible for making sure that all trains arrive on time and that all trains go in the right direction, which is never a single individual's job. It's a team sport. And it's around creating commitment, it's about creating insight and moving forward together. And seeing the trains arrive on time and seeing how a minor switch and how I communicate and how my team members communicate has such a trickle-down effect on the larger success of an organization is highly rewarding. And it doesn't hurt that the company that I work for has a true impact on sustainability goals in the world. If we think about net zero impact, if we think about how do we make new sustainable buildings, that is truly where we make a difference. And seeing its small trickle result in a house being built that's net zero, that's just amazing to see. The 3 years are over faster than you could imagine. So enjoy every minute and every second of it, because 3 years go by very quickly. And then the second one is be open to surprises, because the experience of diversity, the diversity that you bring and the diversity that you see from others, that is what's going to last a lifetime. Even if you switch what you focus on in your career, even if you switch your field of research or study, that context of how to interact with people, how to work with people, how to get the best out of everybody who's around you, that is so unique. And here on campus, that is a great practice bed for you to get better at this, to enjoy it, to see how it feels like when it works. And once you've experienced that, you can never unsee it.